Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at some of the books that I think you should read if you are a beginner reader. I have tried my level best to select the books from different genres because obviously it's all personal. You know, what I like, you might not like, so I have tried to do it all from all the different angles. The first book that I'm going to talk about is The Kite Runner by Ayesha Syed. It's a beginner-friendly book. It's like Ayesha Syed always writes in really simple English, and like reading this book will tell you how much impactful you can be while still keeping the language really simple and easy to understand. The story takes place in Afghanistan and it's about two boys. The theme basically is about understanding human emotions, understanding human beings, getting to know about one's family and about redemption and about forgiving oneself and other people as well. The next book that I think you should read is I Hid My Voice by Parinosh Sani. She's an Iranian writer and this book is a translation. It's about a boy living in Iran and he knows how to speak but he cannot speak because of some trauma or because of mental issues or because of some familial disturbances that's going on around him. You will have to read the book to know what actually is the reason, but it's a great book and I don't see a lot of people recommending this. The next book is a non-fiction and fiction at the same time, like it's an amalgam of both of those things. It's The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So this is basically a really easy and really breezy read. It's about finding one's destiny, and not only that, it's about understanding life and understanding what's the true meaning of living, basically. It's told from a fictitious perspective, which is really interesting, and it also gives a really interesting aura to the book, so you will really have a great time reading this. Next on my list is a thriller, and it's And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. This was my first thriller and this got me hooked to thriller genre in general, but I don't think that anyone can write thriller as beautifully and as mysteriously and thrillingly as Agatha Christie does. So give this a read and you will just thank me later. It's written in a really easy to understand language, so you will be able to easily grasp, and obviously the way it's been written, I guarantee you will read it till the last page. So give it a go. The next book on my list is also a fiction. It's called A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. If you have been on Instagram since last year or since 2019, you would know what this book is about, and if you don't know, then you might not be on Instagram, or if you have been on Instagram, then you might not know a lot of people who read. Anyway, so this has been on social media. It's been trending pretty much. A lot of people have praised this book so much, and when I read it, I didn't have high hopes for this, but I literally finished this within one day. So it's such a good book. Like, it's such a beautiful integration of emotions. You will laugh, you will cry, you will feel sad, you will feel happy for the character, and you will empathize with the character, and you would just think that this character that Frederick Backman has created, Ove, is someone who is pretty relatable at the end of the day. So give this a read, and again, written in a really simple language. You will absolutely love it. The next book on my list is a non-fiction, and it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's a book on finance. Now, I would recommend this book to everyone. Even if you're not interested in finance, just give it a go. It's written in a really simple language. I have said this about other books as well, but believe me on this, because it's written from the perspective, or keeping the perspective, of a 9-year-old in mind. And it's written as if the author is talking to a child or a kid. So just give this a go. This was such a learning curve for me when it comes to finances or financial education, and you will love it. You will learn so much from this. You literally won't regret reading this. The next book on my list is, again, it's I don't know, I haven't seen it a lot on a lot of people's recommendation list. It's Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, and I really like this book. It talks about so many different things. If you get triggered by suicide or suicidal thoughts, then this might not be for you. I actually read this a couple of years ago, so it has become a little bit dusty in my mind, but I still believe in the fact that it's pretty great novel. It's a pretty great novel. And there is actually a little bit of a thrill in the novel, or a little bit of a twist in the novel that you wouldn't see coming, but it's great. The next book in my pile is a non-fiction, and it's called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I have been talking about this book since last year, actually, since the moment I read it. It's a non-fiction. But believe me when I say that it will just completely change your outlook towards how we have been going about our creative lives. It's all about living a fear-free creative life. It's all about creating and being creative without fearing failure, without fearing other people, other people's opinion, and stuff like that. Next book is a classic. Now, a lot of people would disagree and say that beginners should not read a classic, but I think that they should when they are written in a really easy to understand language. The problem with classic is that the language used in the novel is pretty like historic or it's out of the modern usage. So that actually makes things a little bit confusing. But I think that Animal Farm by George Orwell is not something like that. It's a completely different story. It's so thin, like this, okay? And you will have a great old time reading this. It's all about Russia and the USSR and how, like, the Cold War and stuff like that. But it's told from the perspective of animals and what if animals were like humans and they did what humans did, if that makes any sense. Coming to the next book, this one's called One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, and it's a thriller. If you have been on Instagram again since the past year, you would know this book because it was literally everywhere. Everywhere I would go, someone was recommending this. And it also has a sequel and it's called One of Us is Next. If you love this book, you will like it as well. The next book that I want to talk about is Tuesdays with Morrie with Mitch Albom. Like, I don't have the physical copy of it and I have been saying it since pretty much last year, but it's gone. Like, literally, it's nowhere to be found. So I don't have the copy. I will put the picture up here if you are interested in reading that. Again, something just phenomenal. You will love it. It's a non-fiction, but it's written in a really conversatory way. It's a conversation that happens between a student and his long ago professor. The final book that I have chosen is A Place for Us by Fatma Farheen Mirza. I have actually done separate reviews of a lot of these books, so if you are interested, I will leave all of those in the description or even like some of them in the information button, so you can go ahead and check them out separately. But this is such an incredible read. It's about an Indian immigrant Muslim family and how they just sort of handle things about raising up first generation children and the problems and the stuff that comes with it. If you have read any of these books that I have mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments what you think about them. So that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope that you liked it and you found something of importance or something for you. If you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description and I will also leave the handles on the screen. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that by clicking the red subscribe button down below. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.